Dwarven treasure to mine. A buzzard has stolen some cheese! God damn it, get the stuff downstairs, man. We got a huge food stockpile that's not full right now. Get the cheese down there. I should definitely scale back on the mining. Build, construct, wall. So we need, here, 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 here. Actually, I'll have to cancel that one. Because they won't be able to reach the one in the back. So we'll start with that. And we want to build a coffin. Placement mode on. There you go. All prepped for the inevitable deaths. Resuming production of iron goblets. Excellent. And we've got a little bit more workshop space. Good. We need to build the farmer's workshop and then some extra smelting. Can't believe someone stole some of our cheese! Grrr! This is a large tomb. Do you plan to filling it all? Well, this is not the sort of thing you plan for, as much as just assume is going to happen. These should automatically be set to... Oh no, they're not set to allow burial. Really? I thought they would be. B. Maybe with my placement I could have set a different default. Oh, that's fine. What are you eating over here? Like weird spiky looking tile. Cave lobster! Mmm. Yummy. Coffin placing face, yeah. Anytime I'm doing any sort of like rhythm thing, right? It's like enter, tap tap, enter, tap tap, enter, tap tap. You gotta focus, it's hard work. What is this dark red stuff over here? Petrified wood. That's interesting. Mine that out. Then we'll build a wall in place there. Still, like, no idlers. Our people are being very busy. Lots of digging. We got some extra picks, so that helps. Still storing items in stockpile. I probably shouldn't queue up any, like, more jobs. Could have made the inside of the octopus the tombs. Ooh, that's interesting. Really scary wood. Yeah, really scared wood, yeah. Build. Construct wall. So that will go back in there. And there. Okay, and I think we're okay. There you go. And as soon as I went and set one of these, now all the new ones will be set to bury. I don't know like what the logic is going on there. As long as you place one, set it to allow burial, then the next ones will copy that. I'm just going to fill in these gaps over here. So our dining room will once again be properly enclosed. These walls not connect to each other. What? Maybe because they're both considered to be end caps right now. I guess it would be legit. But then, see, if we go and we start like smoothing this area, then it should all like fit together. Hopefully. Mm-hmm. Iron coffins only? Maybe. I mean, we don't have enough iron to go around and do all the things right now. Yeah, there you go. See, all the wall fits in with smoothed floor, or smoothed rock, and all matches up. So it will look fine once we are done. We just to go a little bit piece at a time here for some of these sections so that they fill in properly. Miramosa, thank you very much for the resub. So construct a wall. Right there. Limestone. What do we have here? Is that more platinum? Oh, galena, which is silver. Wow, nice. I mean, normally I'd be excited because I'd be making silver warhammers. Here we're probably going to make mostly steel swords. Okay, build workshop. So let's get the farmer's workshop, which I believe will allow shearing and milking jobs. And then we're going to set up a couple of more, or another forge, and another smelter. And actually cut a hole through here so that people can walk a little bit more easily. And this will all look better when it gets smoothed. There's our bedrooms! Look at that! Kind of crazy chaos bedrooms. Still lots of rocks kicking around. Eventually they'll all get converted into blocks. We don't have a sheriff or anything like that. We might want to set up a sheriff. I think they'll need an office. Elstrom Pandish. There you go. Yeah, you need a proper office. Animal has grown into... Oh, fully grown hen. Excellent. I'm going to do in preparation. I guess at some point we'll also need some prison cells. But this is going to be another one of our fancy apartments. Build, construct wall. Here. And here. There we go, and then we'll smooth that out. Get that all going. Okay. Bump up the bump at the bump. Do you have a tailor's workshop and a gem cutter yet? No. That's a good point. We're going to do that over here. Nice little stormy sounds. Almost smell the rain. I guess, yeah, this... Okay, we'll do that. That's going to be okay. I can't remember if I've got a gem storage spot. I think I do have a gem stockpile already. I think it's one over these. Gem stockpile over here, but I want to get rid of that. Because I'll instead move it down here, get the gem cutter. Swords, these are dwarves. You know, we're not fighting with real weapons like axes. I guess we could do steel axes. That would be okay. It's also, you know, feels kind of Viking-y, I suppose. Yeah, steel axes, perhaps. But when I think of, it's just when I think of steel, I often think of swords. So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and set a smoothing job just on the walls. We won't do the floor. We will want to smooth out the floor later on, but we're actually going to be building stuff on top of a lot of these floors in the future, so. But at least the smoothed walls will look pretty. And there's supposed to be a coffin there and there. Build that wall there. Although then I guess we can't reach that area anymore. Yeah, so I don't know. Just leave it for now. So all these have been set to burial. Yeah, good. Lovely. I'm building our new workshop over here. So we can see what we have and what we don't have yet. So we don't have the clothier or loom or any of those things. I think we'll have a dedicated clothing section somewhere else that does it all. But I would very much like a jeweler's workshop. Over here. And we might do the ashery here. Because we don't have one yet. Oh. Need an extra bucket. Oh, we're probably not making buckets. Bucket, 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 bucket. Wooden bucket. repeat, and make sure that we always have 2 to 4 empty buckets of any material. Please and thank you. Alright, door, 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 door. This will be the sheriff's meeting room. Then we'll have a dining room over here, say room for 3. And then bed over here. And I believe he also needs a weapon rack and an armor stand, which currently we're not constructing. And wouldn't it be nice to make that out of iron? So let's use the manager job for the first time. Weapon iron. We'll ask for a couple of those, and armor iron, and a couple of those as well. Lovely. Check on our stuff over here. Smelter. Please make coke from that and from a lignite. And then I'm going to double up on both of those and get then hematite and limonite going on. So again, we'll still primarily focus on making like more coal jobs than we have the ore smelting jobs, because we also need the coal to actually make stuff at the forge. And I'm going to set up another job here to make iron goblets, which does a limit. Good. So then we're going to get lots more mugs for the next time around. Make cheese. Just on repeat. As long as we have milk, make cheese, please.
Winter has arrived.
Winter has come. Didn't someone in DF become obsessed with making expensive floodgates during one playthrough? Yeah, yeah, we had a mayor who I think loved gold and loved floodgates. So we're like, let's make him golden floodgates. Because I think he was asking for floodgates to be made. And I think we made them out of gold. We've got gold somewhere. We haven't struck it yet, but I believe there is gold on this map, so we can make like fancy, ridiculous things at some point. What are the little rocks in the rooms? Well, they're rocks that we left behind from the mining operation. This music should sound familiar if you've ever played Kerbal Space Program. It's just like CC0 licensed music that the games use. Kerbal didn't actually like make its own tunes. It's a lovely little tune though. I think it might have fit Dwarf Fortress, except I have it so incredibly associated with Kerbal at this point that it's just Kerbal-y music. Winter is here. The Starks were right. Yeah, absolutely. Smoothing that out. Yeah, see all these walls like not being matchy? We're gonna fix that later on. Maybe. Probably at some point. No, they're pet rocks. New and improved. That's right. That's why people have rocks in their bedrooms. It's just pets. I guess the other thing we'll build is cabinets. We don't have any yet. We'll have to set up a job. But let's get a cabinet in each of the rooms. Should have been consistent about, you know, always placed next to the bed or something. It'll make it a little easier to track, but that's good. And then a container. So like a chest or bag or something so that they can keep their stuff. Maybe we'll try to keep that closer to the door. No, not that one because different. Every dwarf's gonna have a slightly different layout in their room. Their rooms are different shaped. Okay, I think we've got that all queued up. But at our mason, who is here. Oh, there's more room over here. We need cabinets and coffers. All right. So I want to move my gem stockpile, which I don't have right now, to over here. And there we go. And this stockpile will be quite big because once we get bins in there. Speaking of. Max bins. Okay, yeah, you're good. Excellent. And then we can set up a job here. Now, normally... Oh, suspended. Really? Unsuspend that. Someone work on that. Thank you. We also have to start working on our defenses at some point. Still not too bad, but soon. Soon. Moving on the rocks away is such a tedious job that sinks so much time. That's one of the reasons our mason over here does have the job to make blocks, although maybe the limit is too low. Let's keep like lots of blocks around. 50 to 100. So more and more of these pieces of rock will be converted into blocks, which then, sort of cleans up the mess. We might want to make another mason's workshop, which is probably a good idea. It's one of those things that actually needs quite a bit of work. And actually, I should put the gem shop here, maybe. Then we got room for the clothing industry here, so that's going to be okay. Let's get a loom and a clothier shop and a leatherworks. Okay, that's going to be fine. Need a lava moat. I'm going to get some idlers. We are going to want to smooth out this area. I'm just going to wait for all the coffins to get installed first. I guess we could smooth out the one on the right. That would be fine. There we are. And it's probably a good idea as well for us to smooth out that little bit of the hallway. It'll look better. So, this is going to be the dining room. Private dining room for our sheriff, Maelstrom Pandish. Or, sorry. Free the table. Private throne room, or study, for our sheriff, Maelstrom Pandish. This is the private dining room for him, and we're going to have the private bedroom over here. We're then going to go and smooth out everything here to make it real pretty, which will increase the value of it. He's still not going to be satisfied until he gets these little stands. I suspect he may also need... He's got a chest and a cabinet and all that, right, because he actually owns another bedroom. I can find that out somehow, can't I? Oh, auto-allocate to the sheriff. Yep, keep that. Guess maybe I can just find it. I think there is another way to do it. But Maelstrom Pandish actually already grabbed a bedroom over here. Who's that? Duplicitous taint and abysmal result. Apparently you were sharing a room together. Excellent. Maelstrom Pandish here. There we go. We're going to just free that bed. I mean, we'll still make it into a bedroom. But there we go. I guess I could have changed the allocation. That would work too. So that frees up another bedroom over there. It is going to mean, of course, that we need a container and a cabinet over here in your rooms once that gets done. All right. How are we doing food-wise? Lots of food, lots of drink, no farming. Turns out those mugs are pretty good. All right, this got done, right? So, normally when you set up a job to carve up a gem, you have to pick a material. It's very annoying. You have to queue them all up individually. But apparently, with the DF hack, you can tweak it, change the input item, change the material to, I think you can say just any material. Any material that's a rough gem. And keep like 20 to 30 cut gems around. Be very curious to see what that does for us. Well, I mean, it still has to be something that considers to be a rough gem. But I think it means we don't have to set a one job for Onyx, one job for this, one job for that. Everyone's busy, so no one's coming and doing the work yet. Or we just set it up wrong. Yeah, there's a bunch of detailing and stuff going on. We'll see what happens when some of these jobs finish. Very curious to see. Because after we do that, we can also start doing encrusting jobs. Encrust our mugs with gems and make them uber valuable. So it can like triple or quadruple in value. Wow. Masterpiece limestone throne. Excellent. We still need to make some iron thrones. That's what we could have put in here for the sheriff. Well, we need to set up the mayor's house. So the other thing, I think this is going to become the mayor's area over here. Which I guess in preparation for that. I'm going to come down here, smooth all this. How come? Hello, are you being smoothed or not? Oh, keep fucking up what I have selected. There we go. Build door. Door there. Door there. Dig out this bit as well. But we will have to rebuild our dormitory somewhere. Because I still will want that as a buffer for the bedrooms. Now, we have another sort of natural cave structure over here. That's good. What is this? That's kaolinite? Oh, that's hematite. Okay. So, dig out that. Whoa! And, actually, what's this? Limonite. So that's also iron-bearing. That's quite interesting. Okay. So loom, okay, it's doing the auto loom of thread into cloth, but I don't want to do that if we have too much cloth, because I want to keep some of our thread as, you know, thread. So just keep like 20 to 40 units of cloth and then suspend. And the clothier, you're going to make sure we keep some, what do we want people to be dressed in? Tunics, coat, cloak, trousers, hood, gloves, socks, shoes. And just 2 to 4. I wish you could sort of change the default. There might be a way to do it. What's that? Magnus Strife, thanks for the sub. It's a bit tedious again, but well worth it. Just set up these ranges. So now we're going to take our cloth and make sure we always have a little bit of fresh clothing around for our dwarves to wear, because clothing does decay over time. I don't know if gloves... Anyway, we'll keep 5 to 10 for the gloves. I don't remember how they count. Same thing with the socks. And the shoes. There we are. Are you sure the clothier is Greyjoy? We do not sew! Oh, Zorhax, that's terrible! We do not sew. Oh, terrible. Oh, yeah, no, we don't have a soap industry yet. We also don't have an ashery, because we didn't have the buckets and stuff for a while, so we will need to get that going on. I like this tune. Is that? Oh, that's all Galena. Yeah, that's right. Carve that out, and then I'll set this up. And I'm not going to set up another stockpile at that point. That'll be sufficient, but more workshop space. It's quite, like, much more spacious than I usually work with here. But that's alright. Still have some coffins waiting. Weapon rack jobs are done, so that's all been installed over here for our sheriff. Still waiting for a cabinet and a coffer. The second mason, needs to get the same job, so add, coffin, coffer, blocks, doors, cabinets, tables. Just put repeat on all these, because they should all have constraints from the other one. We're missing one. Oh, I don't have thrones. There we go. Excellent. So both mason workshops basically have the same jobs, and people will just work them. Don't you need to gather all the bolts? Well, there's the bolts being dropped outside from the hunting. And what I'll probably do from time to time, this might be a fine place to do it. Oh, yeah, everything's frozen, so no fishing right now. Is, I Auto chop dashboard. That's interesting. You go claim. Now, I don't necessarily want the arrows to normally be reclaimed. Every now and again, I'll do a big just reclaim job of everything on the surface that was marked forbidden, which is mostly arrows that were shot during hunting. Some people will go and collect that. We're actually relatively flat on the surface. I hadn't realized. We have like no hills. Oh, a little bit of a hill down here. But that's it. Oh, we're our young yak has grown into a fully grown bull. Excellent. Now, shearing and all that. Where's our farmer's workshop? Like, milking, shearing, spinning, I believe those are all automatic things that come up when the time is right. I might be wrong, though. I suppose I could put milk and shear on a repeat job. I think it automatically does it. Actually, isn't that an order? Auto slaughter, auto butcher, auto kitchen, auto tan, auto loom, everything. But I actually put a limiter on that, so that's going to be fine. Someone could probably know. Ah, there you go. What are you making? What are you working on? You're cutting red tourmaline, onyx cabochons, briolette, cut pink jades, rough pink jades. Oh yeah, so you're cutting a jade right now. So that is indeed working. Our little gem job of do all the things is working great. Next, what I would like you to do is encrust with gems. I guess we need to start with a cut one to put it on here. Finished goods. So then what I'd like to do is specify you can use any material, a cut gem of any type, and then for item 2, we want a goblet of any material. I mean, we're only going to be making goblets out of iron, although I suppose I could specify. Huh? Yeah, iron. That was weird. Couldn't just search for it. So, goblets out of iron. So you take any cut gem, a cut gem of any material, and you're going to take a goblet of iron, and you're going to combine them together to give us an encrusted one. And we'll see how that goes. So he's going to finish cutting his current gem. We're not paused or anything, right? Nope, no. There you go. Oh, no one's... They've got other jobs going on. Still very busy. No idlers ever. We still have some smoothing and stuff going on, don't we? Yeah, detailing and yet whatnot over here. We also need to make sure to install a door there. Right now our mare doesn't actually require a fancy room, so this is mostly just future-proofing. I'm not going to go and fill out the rooms. Oh, okay, hold on. So you... What you got, buddy? You're working on encrust. Excellent. And what do you got in here? You've got an iron goblet and an emerald cut red tourmaline. We are going to get some fancy bugs, fancy mugs, fancy mugs. Then a big project will be making our squid. We could just make him out of stone or blocks, but we have to pick a color and be consistent about it. It might be nice to just make, like, gypsum blocks. We've got a fair amount of it. Can I mine, like, vein mine the gypsum? I can, and there's a lot of it. That's kind of interesting. That will give us a lot of yellow boulders that we can then carve into gypsum blocks and use that as a primary manufacturing tool. You have cats? No, we have actually no, we didn't embark with any pets whatsoever because I applied all my points to just bringing extra food and whatnot. We did happen to have like a pair, a cow and a bull of yaks, which is really handy. And migrants have brought some stuff, but we have no cats for vermin control or anything. So hopefully someone will bring one at some point. That or, I think little lizards, I think, also do really good vermin control. But lay eggs or something like that, so you can actually, like, eat them. It's quite handy. Iron blocks for the dining room? Maybe. I think I'd like the color for the squid. And if you're new to what we're talking about, we got sent this layout for like dining room potential. So it'd be nice if it was yellow. And it so happens that this gypsum is yellow. So we could probably work with that. I don't want to set up a crazy job right now. People are pretty busy. Although we do have some idlers now. So it's not too bad. At a glance, doesn't look like any of our storage is particularly full. One thing to do from time to time is go through, yeah, like this. See all your workshops and find the ones that have a whole bunch of stuff just sitting in them. That's a sign. So we don't have enough bar storage. So I'm going to make a giant stockpile here for bar storage. Bar/block. And do that. And we can give you a wheelbarrow. I think blocks are quite a bit lighter than the boulders themselves. They might not need a wheelbarrow, but we have some extras. There you go. A wheelbarrow got brought. And then we'll go to work. Oh, are we out of wood? We're out of logs. Well, that's okay. We're not elves. Chop down all the trees. Alright, now that all this has been dug out, wow, and there's more veins of things. Let's see if we can get some bedrooms up and running in here. I think we're going to have to rebuild some walls to get them going, but if we did that, and went build wall, or build construct wall, it's definitely a lot more work than our normal approach. Do that. Construct wall here, and then dig out that tile there. So we'll have to do this like sort of piecemeal here so we can see what we're doing as we expand. I think off the sheriffs here, we're going to get our jail cells up and running. I mean, we don't have any crime yet, but these are dwarves we're talking about. They're natural-born troublemakers. There you go. Some 3x3 cells. And then, obviously, that is going to require some wall construction over there. Pin people in as well. Okay. So that'll keep people busy for a while. Still encrusting our mugs with gems. No other traders, no elves, no humans yet. Maybe they have heard that if they come, they're just going to get robbed. Can't imagine where that rumor might have started. Are you guys, like, spoiling things for everyone? Are you spreading? That would be bad. A couple hours in, do you need to take a break? Oh, probably. I really should actually take a break. It's probably a really good time for it right now, since we're talking about it. Yeah, let me do that. Get a break. I'll get an actual glass of water here instead of just more ginger ale. Stretch, pee, do all that stuff, and we'll come back and we'll do some more dwarfing real soon. Be back in like 2 minutes, guys.